In today's tutorial, I'm going to talk about Levene's test in SPSS. So what is a Levene's test? Levene's test basically is a test to assess like the equality of variance, namely the homogeneity of variance across different groups. So basically, for instance, you are doing the ANOVA or t-test, you want to make sure that the variance across different groups are kind of similar, so not really different from each other. That's the basic idea. If the variance across different groups is similar, then the test will not be significant. And if the variance across different groups are significantly different, then the test will be significant. So let's look at the known hypothesis. The known hypothesis that the variance of all groups are equal, and the alternate hypothesis that at least one group has a different variance. And if the p-value is greater than 0.05, we fail to reject the known hypothesis. That means that the homogeneity assumption holds. In contrast, if the p-value is smaller than 0.05, we reject the known hypothesis. That means that the homogeneity assumption is violated. Okay, now let's switch to SPSS, and I'm going to show you how we can do that. So this is the hypothetical data, and there's two variables. One is independent variable, which is a group, which has like 3 labels, 1, 2, 3. And the dependent variable is score. So we're going to test whether these 3 groups have roughly the same or similar variance. So how can we do that? We can click Analyze, and then Discrete Analysis, and Explore. And then we're going to, okay, so let me do it again. I did a practice earlier. So draw the group as the factor, so this is independent variable, and score as dependent variable. And then you're going to click the plot. I don't think these two are really needed, so but you will see that make sure that the power estimation is checked. So that's the most important thing, I think. And then click continue and click OK. So this is the output. And there's a lot of tables, and what you need to do is that you're going to find a table called test of homogeneity of variance, and there's a few rows of data here, so they are based on the mean and based on median. Typically we can just by default can go for the based on the mean. And so look at here, the p-value. So this is the p-value, basically the significant SIG, namely it stands for significance. And so it means that the p-value here is 0.832. So let's go back to the slide. So as you can see that the p-value is p equal 0.832. That means that the p-value is greater than 0.05. That means that we fail to reject the known hypothesis. In other words, the homogeneity assumption holds. So that means that those 3 groups have roughly similar variance. And we can proceed to do the ANOVA or t-test. Okay, I think that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Thank you for watching.